Have you ever seen farmers apply more and more fertilizer, but the results still do not improve? The costs keep rising, the soil keeps getting weaker, and the harvest becomes less stable. At the same time, agricultural waste like rice husk is everywhere, but most of it is still underutilized.
Hi judges, we are AAG, and today we are introducing composite, a circular soil input innovation designed to improve soil performance and support sustainable crop health management.
Let's take a look. Today, many farming areas are facing the same challenge. Farmers keep applying fertilizer, but the results are not always getting better. Why? Because a large portion of conventional fertilizer is simply lost after application. In fact, studies estimate that up to 50% of fertilizer nutrients can be lost, which means lower efficiency, higher cost, and waste input in the field. And that is only one side of the problem. At the same time, soil quality in intensive farming areas continues to decline, making fertilizer even less effective. Meanwhile, rice husk residue is widely available in agricultural regions, but much of it is still underutilized and treated as low-value waste. So here is the real question. Why are farmers still relying on invasive fertilizer practice, while valuable agricultural residue and simple monitoring support remain underused? That's exactly why we built Composite.
Let's talk about farming for a moment. Every farmer wants the same thing: efficient inputs, healthy soil, and better harvests. But in reality, fertilizer is often applied repeatedly while efficiency remains low. Why? Because the challenge is not only about adding nutrients, but also about how well the soil can retain and use them. In fact, only around 30 to 50% of applied nitrogen is absorbed by crops. The rest is lost to the environment, increasing costs and reducing farmers' return. But the opportunity is already there. Study shows that rice husk ash can improve nutrient recovery up to 74%, while bentonite-based system can support slower nutrient release. So, the real question is, if the materials already exist, why are efficient soil input solutions still not widely accessible?
So, with all the problems we have shown before, here comes our solution, Composite. Composite is an integrated circular soil input system that combines rice husk ash, bentonite, and IoT-assisted monitoring into one practical solution. Now, let's talk about how Composite works. Composite is designed as a granular composite soil input, combining rice husk ash and bentonite to support nutrient retention and enable slow-release delivery. This helps nutrients stay longer in the soil and be utilized more effectively. Next, we integrated IoT-based soil monitoring, allowing farmers to better understand soil conditions and make more informed application decisions. Now, imagine this. Instead of applying fertilizer repeatedly without clear feedback, farmers can adjust timing and usage based on actual field data. On the sustainability side, Composite also transforms rice husk waste into a higher value agricultural input, contributing to a more circular and resource efficient system. And to ensure real world adoptions, the system is designed to be practical, affordable, and scalable through farmer groups, cooperative, and local production units.
So how does composite work? First, rice husk ash and bentonite are processed into a granular composite that functions as a soil improvement and nutrient support material. Then the product is applied to farmland to help improve nutrient retention and support more gradual nutrients availability in the root zone. On top of that, IoT-based monitoring device record soil conditions such as moisture, pH, and temperature. These data are then translated into simple recommendations, helping farmers decide when and how to apply the product more precisely. So, composite works as a product, monitoring, and recommendation.
So let's meet Pabuti. He's a chill farmer who has been farming for years. Every season, he keeps applying fertilizer, hoping for better yields. But lately, the results are not improving. The soil doesn't respond the same way anymore. He starts wondering, am I using too much or is the soil no longer able to retain it? No, he's stuck in a cycle, spending more inputs but not getting proportional returns. On the other side, we have Busari. She manages a farmer group in her village. She wants to help her members improve productivity, but she is unsure which solution is practical and affordable for everyone. She needs something that can be applied collectively, not something complicated or difficult to distribute. And then we have institutional partners, from agricultural offices to sustainability programs. They are looking for solutions that are scalable, impactful, and can be implemented across farming communities. Okay, as you can see, they don't play the same role, but they are connected by the same challenge. One needs to improve performance in the field. Another needs to adopt and distribute solutions at scale. And the other needs a system that can create real impact. And that's where Composite connects them now. Everyone benefits. Farmers improve efficiency and reduce waste. Groups can adopt solutions collectively, and institutions can support scalable, sustainable agriculture.
And the best part is, they're not the only ones. In fact, they're just a small part of a much bigger picture. In Indonesia alone, there are around 9.49 million horticulture farming households, all facing similar challenges in soil performance and food efficiency. But we don't stop there. We focus on where the need is the highest, target farming clusters in Lampung, Jawa, especially in high input horticulture areas that give us around 1.21 million target households. And from that, we start small but strategy. Through farmer groups, cooperatives, and pilot partnerships, we target around 12.1 thousand early adopters, farmers who are ready to try, validate, and scale the solution. So how do we reach them? We start with on-field engagement through the farmers group and local partners. Then we move into education and demonstration, showing real results through pilot plots. From there, we drive adoption by working with cooperative and rural enterprises for collective distributions. And finally, we build long-term use through continuous support, monitoring, and data-driven recommendations. So this is not just large market, it's a scalable pathway from early adoption to monetization.
Now that we have seen the problem and the solution, let's talk about how Composite actually makes money. Composite runs on a multi-stream revenue model, with our core coming from product sales. First, we generate revenue from selling the composite granular product directly to farmers, farmer group, and local buyers. Then, we scale through bulk and the partner sales, working with cooperative and rural enterprise that process and distribute the product collectively. But we don't stop at just the product. We also offer bundled solution package where composite is combined with monitoring support and application guidance, creating more value per user. On top of that, we generate additional revenue from training, advisory, and pilot projects in collaboration with agricultural programs and development partners. So instead of relying on a single income stream, Composite built a system where product service and partnership all contribute to revenue. Which means even from one adoption point, we are not just delivering value, we also building a sustainable and scalable business model.
Here's how we plan to execute our composite over time. We begin in Q2 2026 with system setup and partner onboarding, focusing on building production capability in collaboration with farmers groups and cooperatives. Then in Q3 to Q4 2026, we move into the validation though pilot trials and demonstration plots to ensure the product performs well in farming conditions. By Q1 2027, we enter the market with our initial launch
followed by adoption and loyalty programs in Q2 2027 to strengthen our user engagement and product market fit. As we progress into Q2 to Q3 to 2027, we expand the system by integrating base monitoring and launching bundle solution that combines product data and recommendation. From Q4 2027 onwards, we scale further through partnership with cooperative institution and rural enterprise network. Along the way, we address areas such as adoption barriers, field variability, and technology integration by focusing on pilot validation, gradual rollout, and keeping the technology simple and practical for a user. And all of this is supported by a clear team structure where each function, from operation and technology to market and finance, work together to ensure Composite is not only innovative but also scalable and executable in these world conditions.
To bring Composite to market, our cost structure combines both capital and operational expenditure. On the capital side, we focus on initial investment to build production capacity and support system development. On the operational side, costs cover production activities, distribution, field implementation, and ongoing support. On the revenue side, Composite is driven by multiple streams: direct product sales, bulk distribution through cooperative, bundle solution with monitoring, and institutional pilot partnership. This creates a balanced and scalable business model. As shown in our financial prediction, we see an initial investment phase in 2026 where costs are higher than revenue. However, starting in 2027, revenue begins to surpass costs and continues to grow significantly through 2030, driven by increasing adoption and scaling. Financially, this results in a projected return on investment of 35.3%, an internal rate of return of 72.31%, and a net present value or NPV of 3.497 billion Indonesian rupiah, with a payback period of around 2 years. Overall, Composite is designed not only to deliver value in the field, but also to ensure a financially sustainable and scalable business over time.
In the end, Composite is more than a soil input product.
It is a circular and data-informed solution designed to improve how farmers manage soil health, nutrient efficiency, and crop productivity.
By combining rice, husk, bentonite, and IoT-assisted monitoring, Composite offers a practical pathway toward more sustainable agriculture.
Thank you.